Okay, hello testing. I think the hiccups have finally subsided, my god. My god. I was just messaging Jess about this before I started. I had like a mini hiccup frenzy in like the 10 minutes leading up to the stream. It was pretty bad. It was a rough time. But we're here. We made it. We'd be alive. Hit kick, yep, We'd be coping, we'd be surviving, but we're here. Just I hope you're doing okay. But yeah. We'd be back with Disco Elysium. It's been a week. We've been avoiding every every avenue possible in this game. But I feel like we're kind of at a point where we're having to take his lead with some things because we're just not making a lot of progress with doing some digging ourselves. So we're gonna go to Measurehead to get some help. But first we have a apartment complex to go to at 9. So we'll make sure to do that. Or did we already do that? I can't actually remember. I don't think we did that. But yeah, we tried to get the body down again but failed. I remember that much. Which is why we then had to go to Everard. He was like, "Hello, Harry. Harry, I can help you, Harry." And then he said we need to get Measurehead's help. Which, in my opinion, never ever a good sign. Not even one time. No. Not even one time. Alright. When we get going, is the check, are we looking and sounding okay? It looks like we are. It should be just faint, like, typewriter sounds for the time being. We are perfect, thank you, Jess. I appreciate you. But yeah, alright, let's get on with it. I keep forgetting we're like... Gotta watch what I say here. We're like a mix of Teddy Roosevelt, Colonel Sanders, Colonel Sanders, whatever we call him. And then like, I don't even know where the gardener bit comes into this outfit with the gloves. But we've got a combination of things going on with the Harry look right now. It's an interesting look. Okay, so it's 7:30 right now. 7:36. We also need to find enough money to actually be able to afford the hotel room today, otherwise we're gonna see our first instance of that not playing out well. Which I'd rather not do. Did I get any level ups? We did get a skill up, or a level up point. I think we're gonna unlock another slot here with this, just because I think it'd be kinda good too. Wait, it takes 5 hours to research. Temporary research bonus is none. I think I'm going to put more into stats, to be honest. I think that's fair. A physical instrument, I think putting something into that was good. That made sense. Did I want to put something in conceptualization? I think we did. But that being said, Inland Empire sounds really stupid and funny as well. What else can we like... Hmm. I'm thinking Inland Empire might be a fun one to go with next, but I might actually hold on to my level up point for the time being. And not spend it.
You're back before the cargo container. Its drawer has not lessened.
That being said, I don't know. Would it would it be good just to get like a basic rundown of that? I don't know. I feel like keeping up morale is going to be a big thing too. But I think for shits and giggles I might have to go Inland Empire. Or I don't know. I might hold on to it. I'm so indecisive. This is a terrible time. I mean, the game is great. I'm just being indecisive about what to go for. Is that or I just do a curveball and do empathy again? Because why not? Yeah, why not? Fuck it. Why the heck not? I assume that was the case. Alright, no, we can't go that way. I'm remembering the way back. So don't mind me. Do 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 do. Oh, the sound effects are bugging out a little bit. Just a little bit. I'll go that way. So do we have to go around? Oh no, we probably have to go through here. Honestly, I actually have no memory of how to get back down there. Do we just go through the door? Is that something we could do? Yeah. Alright, should we go talk to Measurehead now? Might be a good idea to do it now.
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You have really let yourself go.
Everett told you to help us get the body down from the tree?
So it was. You surmounted the harbor wall in a display of athletic prowess to reach my superior. Then had him give me an order. I salute your cunning, and I will remove the body from the tree with my bare hands.
Alright.
You're so noble, Measurehead.
There's a but.
But while I am gone, someone must stand guard on the bridge. That someone needs to be you. Both of you.
Uh-huh, okay.
That would mean you're openly showing the people that you're taking the Union.
Ah, shit. Lieutenant, what if we don't want to do that?
This is the uncomfortable result of not taking it on ourselves. I can live with a compromise.
Listen to your little friend. He is wise in his childlike way. His mysterious race may yet prove fierce competition to my heroic haplogroup.
Wait, that means showing everyone that we're taking orders from the Union.
Yes, that is precisely what it means, homunculus. This is not going to happen any other way.
Nah, we're not doing it.
Fine. Goodbye.
We don't need this jerk. That guy's an asshole. Intentional voice break, just to be clear.
Hola, Wandering Man. How can I help you?
Nah, we're all good, Manana, thank you. Wait, what? How do I get down? How do I stare? That's how I stare, okay.
Right to work!
Alright. We'll leave them to it. Is there anything else we can do? Runs in circles. That's how you get downstairs, right? That's the tactical way of doing things. Do a tactical loop-de-loop. Then you run back down. It's the Kuno. It's Kuno.
Fuck does Kuno care? Kuno doesn't.
Okay. We make her go away. I feel like that's
I'll
gonna be.
die before I squeal, pig.
Alright, fine.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and white boots. His skin is marbled with...
Of course. You have questions, don't you? Come back later, Corpo. Amuse yourself with my...
How else are we gonna get it down is the question. We don't have any, like, items that could do it. Yeah, that's not gonna cut it, is it? Alright. Okay, we gotta find some moolah. That is now our biggest and most pressing matter. We gotta go to Joyce as well, and Joyce is nearby, so we might as well do that. I assume there's no more rubbish to go around and pick up. Doesn't look like it. Not this time. At this time. Wait, can we do anything here now?
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
I mean... It's low, but we might get it.
You have no clue.
No.
It's just a wall. So many walls all over Martinez. Weather-worn.
Well, we tried. Anything else we can get from you while we're here?
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
I'm good, thanks. Came to chat to Joyce. Alright.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Do you know something about these tattoos?
That's the man who was killed. I'm afraid this is a discussion for once we've cleared the lynching question.
So you know something about the tattoos?
Better not tie the fourth day to the bat's day on this. I hope there is something else I can help you with.
She wants to answer the question. Protocol keeps her from it.
Spoke with the lorryman at the roundabout.
On the contrary, officer. There are yet camioneers you have not talked to. And don't look so surprised. In a time like this, it would be strange if Wild Pines didn't have eyes on the harbour.
They must have someone in an overlook position, near the gates.
I suggest you go back and canvass for more suspects.
Alright, we'll leave for now. We try and fix the ledger again. Is that something we can do? Oh, we do have the white envelope.
You take the legal documents out of the envelope, a 12 to 40 month construction period, and the zoning plan in the addendum.
This is the thing that Everard wanted us to give over, right? Look at the zoning plan.
The youth center cuts into the ocean like the bow of some great modern ship. Apparently, it's going to cover most, if not all, of the street and the square between the existing houses. It's 3 stories tall. It's going to be awfully close to the already existing buildings, almost wall to wall, practically integrating them into the youth center. This is either an ominous or cool architectural choice. Hard to say.
Feel like it's going to be the first.
My money is on cool. Looks like a cubic pyrite.
Kim, what do you think of this?
I'm no property lawyer, but it looks fine. I like the print size. They're not selling or leasing anything. It's not a perfect solution, but...
How else are you going to build something? It's always inconvenient to build things, and citizens inevitably have disagreements over such construction projects. But there's no other way.
Alright, tried to find a loophole in the deal.
There is no...
Well, we barely passed that, I
The simple
feel.
truth is, the current residents are going to lose their street access, and for the next 12 to 40 months, their lives will be dominated by constant construction noise right next door.
Okay. Look, Kim, these people are going to have to move away. Can we do something about it?
I should have seen it. Everard probably has eyes on us, but we could try to get other people to sign this instead of those listed. Or you could forge their signatures yourself. By the time he finds out, we'll already be gone. However, we'll need access to the coast before we do anything. Everard won't believe you got villager signatures if you can't even get to the village. You can try a forgery as soon as we can cross the waterlock.
Alright. That's us done for now with that. That's fine. Can we try the ledger
It's
again?
the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from the board, with the permeables drawer inside. It's barely held together by a clip. Then it takes about half an hour to
Oh
piece
god, we
one
did barely
together
read any of these.
using the system you've devised. Which one do you want? AKA Leslie and Burke. AKA the public indecency drunk and the property damage drunk is a cursed case. It has been passed from unsuspecting officer to unsuspecting officer for 10 years. On January 29, the unsolvable case made its way to you. Why you accepted it, it is unclear. Every officer, and indeed most civilians in general, know it's unsolvable.
I see. Ali, hello. Hope you're doing well. Hope everyone's had a good Monday in general too, or as good as a Monday can be.
Leslie will always take his pants off when he's drunk. Burke will always trash everything. It's just what they do. It is their nature. You cannot change the nature of a man, and you can't lock them away because public indecency and small-scale property damage are not punishable by incarceration. The only way for Leslie to stop flashing his genitals to bypassers and for Burke to stop dismantling signage and rear-view mirrors would be for them to stop drinking alcohol, which in their 40s or 50s, it's hard to tell because of their distorted features, is a medical improbability on par with you ceasing to produce the expression.
I see. Couldn't we just keep them off the streets?
You would think that, but you're wrong. Where's the fun in exposing your genitals or breaking stuff in your own home? No, Leslie and Burke are on the corner of Main Street and Perdition, because that's where the action is. Can you keep yourself off the streets? Threatening fines, dragging them to the station, locking them up in the hellholes they live in, locking them up in the station, hypnotherapy, even trying to get the local gang of Zemyaki to take them out. The Zemyaki gave them ethanol, so Burke and Leslie would expose and rampage even harder. You tried it all, and still the complaints wouldn't stop, as they hadn't stopped for 10 years.
Damn, okay.
It's plain to see from the files that you, Satellite Officer JV, and Special Consultant TH had more important cases to attend to. You uncover cross-reference to several ongoing investigations, each brought to a standstill every time you drive down Main Street. Because there they are, on the corner of Perdition. And what is Leslie doing?
Public indecency?
Good, you're learning. If the files are to be trusted, that's all there is to it. That and Burke breaking things, and the fact that they're both drunk. But then again, so are you. The case becomes considerably less comic one day when Burke takes a swing at your ledger.
Oh.
He must have it confused with the property he likes to damage. But the joke's on him. The officer is also drunk. Way more drunk than Burke there. And let's be fair,
of course.
You also have party eyes.
Oh.
You slam the hardened plastic board in his face, then proceed to beat him unconscious with it.
Oh wow, okay.
In the process, the ledger sustains damage. The compartment within, reserved for permeable documents, is jammed shut. You stop your assault on the now unconscious Burke to open it, but are unable to do so. The officer began to cry, reports Leslie, who, at this point, is tending to Burke. He came at us, and at us. I think he was trying to kill Burko. While trying to kill Burko, you slowly come around. The permeables compartment is open. You've smashed it open on poor Burko's kneecaps.
Ouch.
The good news is, Burke can't walk anymore.
Yikes, okay.
Can't get out of his apartment, an invalid. With Burke to tend to, Leslie cuts back on the indecent exposure. Maybe he flashes his genitals to Burke, who knows, but both drunks are off the street. The complaints stop. The unsolvable case is solved.
I mean, that feels a bit fucked though, doesn't it? That's not really a solution, that's just sort of like... I don't know. I mean, I guess that's one way to deal with it. I don't feel like the outcome's the best thing either, though.
Which is also why the officer responsible narrowly escapes a disciplinary hearing. The end. Do you want to read another one?
I feel like we should get through these, so I'm happy to. The square bullet hole.
It would be very interesting to read about these, wouldn't it? I mean, there seems to be a square-shaped entry wound in the victim's forehead. She's been sitting there for weeks, on her rocking chair, with a square hole in her skull, staring at the wall, her mouth agape.
A square hole, what would that even be? If it was like a bullet, I don't even know what that would be. What the fuck? Yeah, I know, right, Jess, it's weird. That's us, by the way. That's all about us. We're doing great. We're a great detective. Definitely not a drunk, nope.
That's all you got. From the half hour you spent piecing it together, all you know is the entry wound was square-shaped.
We're doing great.
You never found the bullet. And then another body showed up, also with a square hole in his forehead.
Sequence killer?
Who knows? Those pages are missing. What next? Don't worry. One day you may still catch the man with the square gun.
Not the square gun. Okay.
Some assholes brought their couch outside and hung out on
shit.
it. In the middle of the street, on the roof.
The time, hang on.
On the hillside by the motorway. You know, at an unexpected location. They were young, and they thought they looked cool on it.
Let's play into it. They look really cool, like a rock band.
Yes, as you've said here, insufferable rock and roll assholes. Young people are the worst. So anyway, you got a complaint about the damn sofa, or couch, or whatever it was. They were leaving it out in all these unexpected and whimsical locations. They took it to, where they also took photos of themselves on it, and smoked cigarettes, and drank coffee because they felt it's intellectual. Cigarette butts, coffee cups, stupid couch. You had to clean it all up. And you did. So congratulations to you. Case solved.
Did I ever catch those guys?
No, you didn't have time for that. These notes show that you have what is called a real goddamn job. You don't have time to be chasing down the couch assholes. You have a real job to do. What next?
Alright, well,
Not much has changed.
put it away for now because we need to get over here. We need to get to the apartment quickly. I don't know, I feel like I've missed the boat, but I kinda hope not. Do a save. Cheeky save. Alright. We gotta be quick, Kim. I know where I'm going, I think. Yeah. Oh shit, hang on. Alright. Well, here we go.
This door is made of metal and appears to be reinforced. Someone here really values their security. No one answers.
We should return tomorrow. Tomorrow at 9 p.m.
I've got to do it on the dot. Are you serious? Can I revert the save? Oh god, that's all the way back there. Shit. God, I missed it because I was too busy looking at my bloody ledger. Can't believe it. I'm actually kind of mad. We spent the whole day waiting for that. No comment. No comment, it's fine. You have to be on the dot 9 o'clock. That's crazy. Alright. Well, we've already missed the window on that as well by the looks of it. Right, Kim, we've got a night of sitting around doing sweet nothing. Actually, we should probably see if Kim wants to go to bed. We could probably keep investigating. I don't want to keep Kim out if Kim needs to go to get some well-earned rest.
Can I help you? Got the 20 real?
No.
Why are you wasting my...
I do not. Can we do a recap again on the balcony? How do I get there? Am I being stupid? There has to be a way around, right? Please to say I'm like... British, thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate you. 2-month streak, let's go. Thank you so much. British, I saw you were streaming earlier. You're playing Gas Station Simulator, right? How's it going? Hope it's going okay. I'm gonna have to... It's locked. Kim, can I stay with you?
Yes?
Well, something tells me I'm gonna be here for a while. Kim, you might want to get some rest. I'm gonna try and
It's
open
the
it.
ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of paper. Just relax.
Hey.
The two sides of the board are slightly misaligned, like a drawer that's come off the slides. All you need to do is bend the plastic on your knee, slowly. The slides snap back into place. It should be possible to just, you know,
Slide the drawer open.
without resistance or sound. The two panels move against each other. The compartment is now open.
What's inside?
2 ticket stubs and a handmade postcard.
Pick up the ticket
2
stubs.
octopuses are smiling, reaching their tentacles toward each other in the colored pencil drawings. The tickets permit access to the zoo in Revachol East. The aquarium costs extra. These let you go there too.
Oh wow, okay. Thanks for lurking. No worries at all. It went really good. You love gas station. It could be chaotic, trying to get all of the products and manage stock. But the worst is Dennis. He keeps ruining my walls with the rude symbols. Do you get vandals and things then? That's kind of funny. I don't know a ton about it. I know that you have to do a bunch of cleaning. You have to like reorder stock and like lay out on shelves, and it's, you know, full on management game sort of thing, right? There's a lot to it. But yeah, I'm glad you're having a good time with it. Wow, I don't like that third option.
Thin wax paper has been glued to a piece of cardboard. Sounds like leaves rustling when you pick it up. You see violet flowers, floral patterns, patches of glue.
Smell it first.
It smells of chewing gum, apricot flavored, a touch of cinnamon, the end of summer. You think the label says tutti frutti.
Open it.
Familiar handwriting lines the inside of the card. Looped, round letters in a woman's hand. A young woman in her 20s. There is care, effort, and a smile, you think. Although that is not something you can read from someone's handwriting. Harry, it begins. You're already reading. I wanted to write you a letter so you can read it when you wake up. Maybe it will make you happy. Throw it away, please.
No, keep reading. Or we question it. You have to keep repainting the walls outside. Oh no. Dennis. Truly a menace, right? Truly a menace. But it will make me happy.
Outside, you hear the wind howl. A sudden gale blows in from Martinez, flapping street signs and window blinds.
Come outside.
What?
Far away and outside, the reeds hiss with desperation. Step out.
Keep reading.
Your hand shakes, holding the card. Every morning when I step out and you're asleep behind me, it says, I find a little piece of sadness in me. I carry it in my chest, down Voyager Road. Every step I take, it grows. By the time I reach the fuel station, it has filled me entirely. I step onto the light rail and look back. Sparks fall from the bow collector. I know it will be like this until late afternoon, when I get off the 42 and walk back to you.
Alright, keep reading.
You. Every step I take will get lighter. It almost makes me run. Sometimes I do. I can't believe I met you. I can't believe the happiness I feel with you. You have a vast, vast soul, and I will always, always, always come back to it.
Aww. Jessica, welcome in. Hope you're doing okay.
Kisses, kisses, kisses. You feel the air sucked out of your lungs and the blood sucked out of your head. Everything around you gets dark. Small white dots appear. You feel the ledger slip from your hand. No, hold on.
We're going to try and hold on, the voice said so.
To what? There's nothing.
Detective, is everything alright?
Alright, we're gonna fall sideways. Should have listened to your pal Shivers, I know. Shit. Well, we've keeled over. That's it. Roll credits. Oh wait, I was joking, I didn't die, did I? I was joking, don't actually roll credits, game.
There is nothing. Again.
Nothing?
Nothing sad, brother. No treachery, just blackout.
Only warm primordial blackness, are there? Here we go. Just lie there, passed out.
Well, almost nothing. There is the ground below you, that's still there. And the small light that's on, fluttering, somewhere in the basal ganglia.
Who's that?
That's me. Blue eyes, that's me.
And who was that?
Who was what?
He speaks of the sickening longing, the unwell emotion. Even in the darkness, he's grasping for it. Still trying to hold on to the great sorrows slipping in the water. Slimy.
No, I was cool. I'm cool.
The cool when you're dead, brother.
Here in the paleo-mammalian cortex, we call it the shadow. Because it's always there.
Was that the X something? The
bloated corpse of the past resurfacing?
No, it was beautiful.
Beautiful. Believe me, stupid ape. Its lack of beauty was not the problem.
Oh god, it's a bean. Alright, it's time to have a bean. Thank you, Jess, for the bean redemption. Alright, here we go. Right, we still have 2 vomit. Oh god, we got 2. Alright. So the rule of thumb is I have to finish 1 bean before having the other. I'm not looking, there's still 2 vomit beans in here. Okay, we start with the green one. I think it's grass or bogey. That looks like grass. Honestly, he's hoping for grass, yep. This is gonna sound really cursed, but I think that rotten egg and vomit have legitimately made me like black pepper, soap, and grass, because that wasn't that bad. I think something's wrong with me. These beans have ruined me. Alright, well that was, I think, grass. That wasn't that bad. Alright. And now we're doing just kills. Thank you, just kill. It's either going to be another green one, or it's going to be one of the bad ones, I think. What is that? Oh god, what colour is that? Okay, that's like, I think that's bogey. Oh yeah, that's bogey. It was bogey the last time you redeemed it too. Oh, you got a track record, just skill. You got a track record. You're the bogey bringer. That sounds like a Elden Ring character. Just kill the bogey bringer. perfect. Thank you for the my my daily bean dosage of grass and bogies. Very nice. Sounds terrifying. It does a little bit actually. Alright, back on track. Oh god. Oh, that one's not settling well. Where is Voyager Road?
There is no Voyager Road. There are no roads, no houses, no lights in the windows. It's all on pause.
I love that he says pause for dramatic effect. Let's go. So, my name appears to be Harry.
Your name is fuck all.
Is fuck all.
It certainly ain't Harry.
Is the limbic system's voice actor the same as the necktie? They sound a bit familiar. I feel like they're one and the same, maybe. Is it actually? Oh my god, I was gonna say it's the nuanced like ending things. That's so funny. I love that it's the same. Then what is it?
Your name is passed out on the ground, dragged around by one of the other evil apes. They're taking you somewhere.
Is it Kim? Enough. Just lie there, motionless.
You think they would let you? Until you disintegrate into biomolecules? No. Someone is breathing on your face now, inspecting your pupils, stupid idiot.
What is that? It's cold.
Yes. They're pouring something on you. It's in you. And
It's delicious. Glowing lights on a dashboard emerge out of nothingness.
Where am I?
In the upholstered cabin of Lieutenant Kitsuragi's motor carriage, seated in the driver's basket. The air is thick with leatherworks and heavy fuel oil. Cold water runs down your chin.
Oh wow, okay.
Drink. Water.
Aw, Kim looking out for us. What a good lad. A good lad. Okay,
The
go on
water
then.
is cold, silvery, the stuff of life itself, as it pours down your parched throat. The pounding in your head recedes. The darkness parts.
Drink. You haven't drunk water in 2 days. Did you know the human body is not made to survive on alcohol alone? You need a secondary form of hydration.
Alright.
With greedy gulps, you down half a liter of cold water. Some of it spills on the driver's seat. The lieutenant pays no heed to it.
I'm amazed by that.
What happened?
I should ask you the same?
You were reading your paperwork. Then you passed out. I carried you to my kinema to take you to a hospital. Then you came to.
How long was I out?
10 minutes, maybe.
Correction, Kim. We haven't drunk water for 2 days that you know of. You never know. There might have been a nice little bird bath that looked appetizing in Harry's drunken state. I don't know. We don't know. Harry was an absolute rebel before we started playing as him. Came into contact with the burnt out ruins of the past, Lieutenant.
That does sometimes happen.
He replies with such understanding, it's as if the burnt-out ruins of the past were an occupational hazard. Athlete's foot for cops.
You dropped these. Are you okay to proceed?
Let's solve this case.
Good.
The Ledger of Failure and Hatred is a special item that can be used both as an interactable and a tool equipped in your held slot for skill bonuses. Find it under the Tools tab in your inventory.
Thank you, Tutorial Agent. Very cool. I did just say Tutoria as well. That's now a thing.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from the board, with the permeables drawer inside. It's barely held together by a clip, then made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner.
Lovely.
Without resistance or sound, the two panels move against each other. The compartment is now open. Inside, you see 2 ticket stubs and a handmade postcard.
You're gonna get some food. No worries at all, British. I hope you get some good food. Let us know what you get. And thank you for the luck. I appreciate you. Empathy legendary. Success. Kim's got his own ruins from the past. Evidently so. Evidently so. I don't even know if I want to do that one.
It's slightly, ever so slightly, difficult to breathe once you've done so. The drawer is locked. Blue ink. It takes about half an hour to piece one together, using the system you've devised. Which one do you want?
Right, let's go with this.
Murder. Tum 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 at the hookah parlor was a case originally assigned to an officer called Joseph Mills, who is now dead, of circumstances completely unconnected to murder at the hookah parlor.
Wait, how?
Beaten to death by a throng of Villalobos gang members when him and his partner J.M., only initials mentioned, answered a call one night. It's a sad story, and it isn't really represented in your case files. Stop stalling and get to the murder at the hookah parlor.
Right, on with the murder.
Joseph Mills was on this case that he just couldn't solve. Was doing it solo. Said it was a real nutcracker, a real brain twister. Was on it for, like, a month. The captain got impatient. Shit or get off the pot, Mills. Mills didn't get off the pot. Not yet. He kept at it for a couple of weeks more, racking his brains, running with every theory, as outlandish as they seemed. Still couldn't solve the murder at the hookah parlor. Tough case, he said. Toughest he's ever had.
Was he a good cop?
No, he was awful. Awful sense of humor, too. The worst jokes you've ever heard. Really rapey.
Oh god,
Still,
okay.
He'd been on it for months now. Said it was the final case. Said it was uncrackable. That murderer vanished into thin air. That goddamn hookah parlor was all he talked about.
Oh.
Okay, so the case is handed to you because Mills isn't getting anywhere, and you look into it. Here's the setup. A young man is found dead in a hookah parlor. You know, those places where you go and smoke bubblegum-flavored vapor all day.
Ah, yes, of course. Can you get high off of it?
No, it's soot and water vapor. It doesn't do anything.
Lovely. Really stupid. And I feel like Harry would probably be like, okay.
Yeah, really lame. So anyway, young man in his 20s found with his skull busted open, right on the floor of the hookah parlor, in the middle of the day. No one else is in there. Only client that day. In perfect health, too. Some kind of movie producer. No one enters. No one exits. He's just sucking on his watermelon hookah all morning, all noon, like he usually does. He's a regular. No calls, nothing. Just sucking on the hookah until 15:45. Then bam, he's dead on the floor with his skull busted open, blood everywhere. What happened? How can it be? Mills has no idea. Invisible assassin, movie deal gone sour. Girl at the counter did it. Nothing fits. Eerie. Man just dropped dead. So you go to the parlor. You see cushions around the table. Tables low, heavy, really sharp edge.
He sucked hookah, stood up, passed out, and hit his head on the table and died. I mean, it's plausible, I guess.
See? You can't even read the thing without solving it. Yeah, it was that.
Yeah.
Turns out hookah does do something.
Okay.
It turns off your brain's oxygen supply.
Oh.
And you don't notice it until you get up to go to the bathroom.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that'll be it then. He must have sucked a lot of it.
Yeah, he liked his hookah. Stephen was his name.
And what was he doing there for 6 hours.
Smoking hookah. Didn't you hear? I don't know. Trying to come up with a movie script, maybe. Anyway, that was Murder at the Hookah Parlor. Joseph Mills wasn't a good detective, and about 30 minutes has passed, piecing it together. Next. Not much has changed in the...
Alright, well we have all of those done so now. Yeah, uncrackable, 100%. I mean, he convinced us it was uncrackable. We gotta believe him. Gotta take his word for it, right? We don't have the money to pay for a room either. Unlike the guy's skull, wow. Fair though, very fair.
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder.
You can revisit the bench if you ever need to pass the time when Lieutenant Kitsuragi is gone.
Yeah. Money and time. We're currently at 14 real, which means that we cannot afford a room. And the time is nearly 11. So we're doing great. Are any shops open? Can we sell anything at this hour? Ah, shit, yeah. I have a feel. Oh, hang on, are we in luck? Oh, we might be in luck. Where can I sell my tat?
The tear machine stands in the corner. Your bottles clunk into the machine.
We got 10, 10 real for that. Can I sell anything? Roy works 24/7. Okay.
Is this about the questions again? Because I don't really know anything.
All right. Is there no other way to sell things? I guess I don't really have much to sell. Roy works 24/7. All right. Can we go into it now? Can we go see Measurehead now? Would that work? It's after hours, so Measurehead could get the building, the body down now.
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You have really let yourself go.
Does this work? Because I don't want to be seen helping the Union, I don't think. I want to try and be as, like, non-partial to one side or the other as I can be. So, now that everyone's gone to bed... Yeah, we tried to shoot the body down and we failed. So that was good. You know what, let's have a look at what else we can do on the map. Good. Can I do it again tomorrow, is my question. Can I attempt it again tomorrow? No, it's a red check. Shit, you're right. Oh god, okay. All of these are like... All of these are there, okay. Map wall, okay. We could probably... Let's have a waddle doing that. things are really gonna go your way, unfortunately. I think in that case, gonna make the best out of a bad situation. I feel like I'm gonna regret this decision then, but I feel like I kind of have to. I think because it's late at night, I'm happy to stay here on guard and let him do the work.
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You have really let yourself go.
I might be able to talk my way out of it later. Because in that case, I think this is it, really.
Babe, see that they stay here the whole time.
I'm sure you'll be fine. I can't wait to have people yell at me. I'm just standing here with my shopping bag, don't mind me. Yep.
The woman's gaze follows Measurehead as he leaves.
So, you guys are like cops or something?
Why are you with Measurehead?
Look at him. His craniometric perfection. Are you cops or what?
We're just trying to keep things from going to shit.
Have you ever thought that maybe things should go to shit? I'm Katya, by the way.
You hear that? That sound. He's breaking something.
Yeah, Jean-Luc must be really tearing it up over there. I wish I could see it.
I've seen enough of that dead body already.
Don't worry. Physical stuff like this is really easy for Measurehead. Mental stuff too. He's really spiritual, you know. It's late outside, isn't it? You guys must really like doing what you do to be out so late.
I feel like doing it this time, at this time of day, that sounded like a good indicator. To like, us doing what we just did.
The corpse has been removed from the tree. Stand down and congratulate yourself. You have sided with Ray's victory today.
There has been no side choosing. We did what we had to keep the order.
And what you had to do was to become a Union man for all to see.
Well, too bad it's 11 in the evening and no one else is here, but... How did you get Measurehead to help you, by the way? Everard. We went to Everard and basically said we can't get the body down. So he said that he was going to help us. I'm sure there were probably other ways to do it, like if we... I wonder if playing into what Measurehead's talking about would have done it as well. Maybe if we used our words to spin it a bit, maybe that could have got us a good outcome too. Mayhaps, mayhaps. I don't know. I just like hearing that that's an option though. Okay. Alright. Well, I guess now it's 11. Autopsy time. Yes, finally. The end of day 2 at nearly midnight. Basically 11:15. Alright. Put the bag away, I feel like. Not really helping us right now. It's cool now. Oh wow.
You missed a good show before. A kid came by and completely fucked the tree to pieces.
He fucked the tree up! Fucked it good! It was porno!
By the way, Kipt is a racial slur.
Oh no, okay. Hey, welcome back. What food did you get, British? What did you go for? I feel like I should just... I feel like we have to sort of tell them it's not okay, right?
Can't tell Kuno what words to use? Fucking kipped.
Hmm. Wow, we're gonna sass Kuno. What is this? A word museum? You want to belong to a museum, Kuno, with old people?
Fuck you! Kuno says kipped if he wants to. Kuno's dad says kipped all the time. Kipped's a cool word.
Kipped, kipped, kippity, kipty, kipped. Kippity, kipped, 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 kipped.
It's like a little engine has come alive on the other side of the fence. An engine that only says kipped.
Kipped. Alright, shut it down, see. The cunt has business to do.
He turns to us victorious, eh? Pasta with melted cheese. Oh my god. You're making me hungry. Oh my god, that sounds great. Hope it's tasty. I love me some pasta. Pasta is definitely up there as a fave. I think just Italian food in general. That is like... I don't know. If I was... I mean, I am a rat to some extent, but if I was a rat and you were trying to exterminate me, just leave a pizza or some pasta out and you've got me, you've won. You successfully like ensnared me. Because I will just go for it. Carbs, yeah, love me some carbs. My favourite food group is carbs. I was about to say it's pasta. My favourite food group is pasta. That is true. Did we have another check we could do? Pasta, pizza, lasagna. Yep, yeah.
The corpse lies on the ground among the remains of an absolutely demolished pinewood branch. It's gently laid on one side.
I guess one way we could have got the body down was if we ripped the head off, because that was something we could have done. But I guess that would have like completely mangled the body, wouldn't it? Well, it's down.
Mr. Measurehead has done a good job. Nothing is too broken or compromised. The victim is ready for a field autopsy.
Okay, we've got to level up from that, that's good. Oh hell yeah, that sounds great actually, British. Let's go. That's a good pizza right there. Would you really want that? What the that outcome? Losing the head? I don't think so. But if it meant that we got it down on our own, then that would be like the... I think I'm thinking more for the sake of doing it on our own. I feel like it would give us a bad rep. But at the same time, it wouldn't mean that we're looking like we're taking a side, if you get what I mean. So I don't know, I think it wouldn't play well. Sort of going back to what you were saying about shooting the body down, just kill. That's sort of more what I'm thinking, is that if we did it ourselves, then yeah. You're trying to stay neutral? Yeah, I guess as much as I can. It's glorious. I don't know. I'm trying. Oh damn, you get to high five Kim. Oh my god. Ace is high, ace is low.
Yes. 1. Investigation of the scene. 2. Initial examination of the victim. 3. Field autopsy. 4. Transportation of the body to the morgue. We are on number 3.
The fuck are they on about?
Cop's gonna cut his shit up.
Don't we have someone else to cut his shit open? Now we'll go with the official. Don't we have someone else for this? Doctor?
No, you and I are detectives. The honorary rank of detective signifies our ability to handle the entire incident chain. From autopsy to cleanup, to social work, everything.
Okay. Welcome back to deciding what to put a level up into. We do also have... We could unlock a slot here. I mean, that one's like 5 hours 55. That could be a really good one to go for. But I just don't know what these mean, I guess? Only one way to find out. I think that's the one thing I'm a bit confused about with this game, and it's not necessarily something I want answered. I think it's just more... When you're researching into like a thought cabinet thing, right? Like a thought that you might have had. I think it is a little bit too far-fetched to some extent about like... So for example, like with this, I'm happy with this being the outcome because it's... It clearly indicates how it's benefited you. But I feel like... I don't know, I feel like I might just be too used to games fully just being blunt with me about what things you spec into giving you certain outcomes. But in this, it feels like you're basically like shooting fish in a barrel and hoping that the one you get is like a very good one or not. And at the moment, I'm kind of just going with like a time crunch to indicate which ones might be good. So for example, I've forgotten which one it was. Was it this one? This one took us like 3 hours to get, right? The only reason I did it was that it was a long one, and therefore it felt like it would be more worth it in the long run, or like it feels like it's got more significance sort of thing. But yeah. You reckon it was purposefully done like that? To fit with Harry losing his mind. Okay, I think thematically I like it, and as I say, I don't have a major problem with it, just to be clear. I think it's just more for like devoting what I feel like is the best amount of time dedicated to what things. It feels a little bit like, well, I just spent 5 hours getting like a not very good stat increase. I guess I'm trying to min-max it a bit when I shouldn't be. That's maybe what I'm trying to say here, without admitting it. In my mind, I'm like, I could min-max this. But nah, okay, we're gonna go with the 5 hour 55 minutes. We're gonna go with that. I think I'm happy with that as the next one. And yeah, that'll be that. Sure. Yeah, I think that's the thing. Once I come back to it, and I feel like that might have multiple meanings that I'm unaware of. But like, coming back to this again and knowing what does what, I think that would help me a lot with the micromanagement, or at least trying to be a little bit more like, okay, in this day I need to do this, and this. As opposed to just running around picking up rubbish, speaking to Joyce about 5 times. Failing to open my my notebook like 4 times, and you know, everything else we've done. But it's a first playthrough. It is what it is. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Wait. Honorary rank of detective?
An honor and a burden attached to your rank once you've proven yourself able. Usually after 5 to 8 years of field work. Mine is Lieutenant Detective.
Alright, I'm gonna play into it for Kim, I think.
You are. Your station would not have assigned you on this case if you weren't. Now...
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Tell me something, dead man.
Shoot, Looney Rooney.
Well, we've already
Come back
done
later, Corporal. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible, also See me in your dream.
Wow. Loony Rooney, Copper Rudy, that's it. I guess we gotta play dumb here.
Come on, officer. You know what a field autopsy is. You've done 100 of them.
Let's get in there.
There truly is a time for everything, even for yellow gardening gloves. However, they are lacking hygienically. I suggest you get in there in limited capacity.
Alright.
I'll ask you when I need you to. For the most part, maybe I should handle the contact and you take notes?
We just fill this in, right?
That's right.
Perfect, alright.
You knew it because you inspected your ledger. The lieutenant is relieved you know the protocol.
Okay, good. Alright, let's start filling out a form.
The dead man stares in silence as you crack open the ledger. The bright red paper is covered in boxes and lists, describing the condition of his skin and organs in 3 parts. Above those, an 11-field info form needs filling out first. It begins with
1. Assistant.
That's you.
Harry Dubois. There still may be more in the ledger. You know what, we'll come back to it in a bit. I think there probably will be, I think you're right. This is where I find that my gun is miraculously just hiding in there. This whole time. My gun and my badge, they've just been hiding. They somehow fit in my ledger. They just be chilling in there. Doing their thing. Did we do initials? I feel like we did initials.
The corpse is indifferent to your scribblings. Just lies there. The next box says
You missed a lot of things because you fainted your first time around? Oh, really? Oh, okay. You mean in the game, right? If it was IRL, I hope you're doing okay. I hope it wasn't anything too bad. The corpses, in game, sure, I assume so. I see, okay, got you. I'm with you. Okay, 2. Coroner's case number...
KK57-0803.0815.
KK equals Kim Kitsuragi. 57 equals Precinct 57, followed by his date 0803 and time of arrival 0815 on the scene. He's indexed the case after himself, not you. That's because he doesn't want to bring up the messy question of your initials.
I see. Shouldn't we file the coroner's case under me? Technically, I arrived at the scene before you. Or we just go with Kim. I guess Kim would claim the credit, but it's also a pissing competition, right? We might as well say it.
And what would that make the alphanumeric?
HDB 41 0803. Help me out with the time of day, anyone? 11:11. It's meaningful.
Okay.
10:15. It's understated.
Let's go with drama.
Good. Let's go with that.
The lieutenant is quite surprised you managed to come up with an adequate case number.
Name.
NA. Next.
Oh yeah, when the voices like chime in and they're trying to like almost fight with each other and bicker, it's kinda good. Date of birth.
NA.
Age.
Roughly 50.
Dry 40. The damage is so extensive, it's better to err on the young side.
I'm gonna write 42.
He nods.
Race.
Mondial.
The pudgy mess of curdled meat looks neither mondial nor anything other.
Sex?
Fucky fucky!
Wow.
Male.
Pigs can have sex!
Right, fucky, no. Right, pigs could have sex. God damn it. Harry, don't let Kuno become one of your intrusive thoughts.
Nor does he look male, with his pregnant belly and indistinguishable face.
Date of death?
We're still going with March 4th, 51.
Yeah, to be fair, I'm amazed they haven't been chiming in more. Alright, we'll write that in.
What else? 9. Body identified by is non-applicable. 10. Case number is the same as the coroner's case.
HDB 41 0803.1015 listens motionless with the cargo belt still around his neck. Only one box remains.
Evidence of treatment?
None. At least not after the initial examination.
A strange word. Treatment.
What exactly is treatment anyway?
Interfering with the body's position or wounds post-mortem.
We don't know that Measurehead didn't do that.
How did you not know that?
He might have added
Aren't you
more.
a cop? You're leaving a weak impression here. Say something sure-handed.
I guess if Measurehead did any more damage though, it would be obvious, but that being said, we did also shoot the body like twice in the same day as Measurehead got the body down. So the body's gonna have a few like unexplained additional wounds and things.
Don't overdo it. It's okay to be unsure.
I'm not so sure. Didn't the footprints look like he was carried over?
They'd have to have incapacitated and carried him over. This man was more than a match for untrained dogwalkers.
Your central nervous system recognizes this gesture. It's the stations of the breath. Ecclesiastic, religious in nature, a holdout from pre-DeLorean burial rites. It takes him 2 seconds to perform. Then, somewhere in Jamrock North, a small wood shed behind Rosencrantz Row, Lieutenant Nick Feuerbach puts his hand to the chest of a small corpse, no larger than a monkey. It's raining outside, light drizzle. There is darkness in the shed.
Yikes.
Elsewhere yet, an obese female sits in a wicker chair, her silhouette bull-like against the window. Outside, Grand Coudon. The day is turning dim for Sergeant Mac Dawson. Hand extended, he approaches, to make sure she is dead more than anything else. And so, all across Jamrock, Coal City, GRIH, 42 deceased persons found today, 42 stations of breath.
We should start the post-mortem.
Right, turn the page.
The corpse cannot feel Kim's hand on his chest. It no longer meaningfully interacts with its surroundings. A thicket of boxes and lists on red copier paper tries to answer why.
Yeah, it is really tragic, isn't it? That one was the thought about, like, knowledge of cops, right? That was the thought that chimed in. I always forget what it's called. I think it was mentioned. Esprit de Corpse, that one. Yeah, that's the one. Alright, external examination.
Clothes. The deceased wears armored boots and white briefs. The make of the briefs is Babrodine, I think. Let's see.
See, it's happening.
Babrodine, yes. Inexpensive. Size M. Color white.
The disappointment is palpable. The red-haired thing was expecting something more lurid.
The boots are ceramic, vitreous enamel. They are fused to his skin from blood flowing downward post-mortem. Removal of the boots is left for processing. Tattoos.
camaraderie. Yeah. I can sort of get that from that. Sort of playing into the sort of thing of we're in this together kind of mentality. Or like the relatability side of it. Or like the side of the job, right? I can see that.
The upper torso is covered in a single, continuous tattoo, resembling a map of the night sky. It reaches from the right shoulder to the heart. The ink is blue and white. The assistant has a color photograph of the markings, to be added to the case files as document A1. The photo is taken on the scene, using a Trigat Mini. The deceased has a cargo lashing belt around his neck, tied with a hangman's knot. Color yellow. Length 3 meters. There is a buckle on the other end. Well-nourished, athletically built, measuring 1.8 meters. Generally consistent with age 42. Preservation is good. Ambient temperature below freezing.
I mean, it is in the snow right now. I'm wondering, is this going to affect, like... Because I assume it's not going to be picked up straight away. It's going to be left out for a bit longer, right? Is that going to affect, like, any other factors that we got going on? It's the third best world builder next to Shivers and Encyclopedia. Oh, okay, interesting.
Body hair is light brown. Distribution is consistent with age. The deceased had male pattern baldness. Hair is combed back, short.
Touch the corpse's hair before moving on.
The hair under your latex fingers feels cold to touch, wet.
Stroke his head gently. Nah, I think we'll just write it down.
Lividity is consistent with hanging. The head is congested. Contusions are present on the head, chest, and thighs. Consistent with stones thrown post-mortem. Low velocity.
Fucking low velocity? You think Kuno doesn't know what you're talking about? Velocity was fucking max. Talking shit about Kuno's velocity.
Shut up, Kuno.
In addition, there are bite marks on the face, scalp, and chest. Consistent with predation.
Fucking Kuno. Write down, but amend for high velocity. Do I wanna... I don't know. No, I'm not gonna tamper. Kuno is not one of my intrusive thoughts, I promise.
You get your mark.
Okay.
Steel wiring. There's too much of it. We need to remove the belt so we can get to the ligature mark.
You got just the right tool for that. The chain cutters.
Oh yeah, I'm prepared.
The hanged man lets out a joyous little bubble of rot from his nose.
Ugh. Good thing we got these chain cutters.
Always good to think ahead. Now, we need to cut the belt to see the ligature mark below. Carefully, with as much precision as you can.
See? My pig is gonna fuck his head off.
No, he ain't. Your pig's a boring fuck.
Got the belt off, oh god. What do we do here? Yes, I'm Kuno's pig, I agree. Do I want to play into being Kuno's, like... Is your call, officer? I feel like we've already failed the authority check against Kuno, so I feel like we're permanently fucked against any kind of, like... We'll start with look for a good spot to cut.
The belt is equally tight around the whole circumference of his neck, swelling over the edges like white bread rising from the east. The knot is the weak spot. The chain cutters fit in there. Steady now.
Okay,
like
so
a flower arranger.
We have
2
that.
cuts and it should come loose.
Alright, I'm gonna play into it. I feel like it's gonna be the easiest way that we play into... It's gonna sound really weird. I feel like Kuno likes feeling mighty, and I feel like the only way to get him on our side is to sort of play into the thing that he's a bit mighty. Does that mean we're giving him an artificial god complex? Maybe. But I don't know. I don't think Kuno's that... I don't know. He's not like... He's a kid. I don't know. As bad as it sounds, I feel like he's one of the few people we can trust in this game. That's only because he's like from a very innocent disposition. I don't think he would have killed anyone. He might be in like a dodgy environment, sure, but I don't think he's gonna be like out there doing too much that's like bad. Just a kid at the end of the day. Exactly, right? Yeah, I'm gonna play into it.
You are? This pig is Kuno's.
He's no angel. Oh no, for sure. He's like literally the devil incarnate, but the devil that's like all bite and... No, wait, all bark and no bite, that's the one.
Being Kuno's pig has a steadying effect on your hand. Go with the flow, man.
There we go. Hey, it gave us a stat increase as well. Alright. Cut the belt off. If we fail this, I'm going to be so upset.
After some deliberation, you sink the cutters into the knot, tying them together. You
We
squeeze
nearly
the
didn't.
rubber handles together, sweat forming on your brow.
It was a shitty roll, I know. We nearly didn't. That's not great. That's yikes. Alright.
Snap. The knot is slashed. Another cut and the belt falls apart like a flower bouquet, revealing the dead man's neck and the dark red ligature mark around it.
The rope rises to a point, leaving a gap in the ligature mark. The suspension point is in the back of the neck. Hemorrhaging is observed on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. The mark is well pronounced, consistent with a drop from 1 or 1.5 meters.
Alright.
Chest is intact, normal contour. Abdomen is protuberant, pelvis intact. Genitalia...
No! Let's get out and see!
I fucking knew it!
This is clearly what they've been waiting for, ever since the autopsy began. The lieutenant is trying to make it as boring as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Genitalia is male and unremarkable. No evidence of injury.
I feel like we just move on from here. I don't feel like Kim is gonna be... Yeah.
Back is symmetrical
Anyway.
and intact. Upper and lower extremities are intact, but asymmetrical. There are combat injuries on the right hand, thigh, and hip. In addition, I see smaller, residual scars, too numerous to count, covering about 30% of his skin.
From wounds sustained over 2, maybe more decades, dispersal and accumulation indicates long and active combat duty.
Oh, what if the 8th lad was the guy they killed? That's a thought I've only just had. So, he's got a bunch of wounds that would indicate... This is a weird Dave theory, bear with me. This is probably... This is like a weird, like, train of thought. So he's got wounds that indicate he's been through, like, a line of duty, right? What? They're a mercenary group, right? The lads that are all in there. And lass. I mean, one of them is went to law school, granted, but everybody else in there is like a hired merc, basically. So maybe because of that, that means they could be a potential 8th boy. What were they called? The something boys, right? The Hardy Boys? Was it something like that? The Hardy Boys, yeah. The merc with a mouth, that's it. He could be Deadpool, it's true. It could be plausible. But yeah, I'm thinking maybe he did something wrong and they're having to cover something up. Because it's so, like... I don't even know. It could be that convoluted, it might not be. But, as safe Mr. Dave thought. This scarring is extensive. Way more than a law officer's.
We have a real museum here. Of battles, wars. Last item. Hands.
Alright. Pick up the hand.
His flesh is cold. Icy.
Pleased to meet you. Where are you from and what's your name?
My name is...
I'm only fucking with you. I know where you're from. From Cappadocia. And your name is Il Corbo. What can I do you for, Il Corbo de Cappadocia?
Cappadocia? It's me? Nothing, I got nothing.
Nothing does. This was pleasurable. I sincerely thank you for touching my hand. We should do this more often. Be close like this, I mean.
Wow.
Hands are clean. No sign of injury from struggling.
Were you expecting any?
I was. Maybe I'm just not seeing them. Honestly, this stench is making it hard for me to think at the moment. Ooh. That's all for the external. Well done. What next?
Oh god, we gotta do the internal. Internal examination.
Central nervous system. I have nothing. Do you have anything on this man's central nervous system?
Of course, there is a moral to be drawn from it. A moral to this story.
Let's play into it, because conceptualizations said their bit. If I may add to the moral of his this story.
What would that be?
The dead man looks, too, with barely contained excitement to hear the moral of his story.
The brain is very vulnerable to compromises in its blood supply.
I think that may well be the moral of every story, officer.
Good. Good.
Good. Musculoskeletal. Purge fluid is coming from the mouth. Not injury related. Eyes and tongue protuberant. Hyoid bone. Let's see.
With his eyes almost closed, the lieutenant puts his hand on the dead man's throat and begins to massage it, gently. A rotting smell erupts from the mouth.
Ugh.
Purge fluid runs down his lips, black and viscous.
Ugh.
Yeah, jack that fucker off!
The hyoid bone is fractured. The rest of the musculoskeletal system is intact. Unremarkable. Respiratory system. Oral cavity shows no lesions. The victim has received dental implants, possibly after a combat wound. Mouth swollen. Hemorrhaging present in mucosa of the lips and mouth.
From here, it looks as though the clown-faced man is screaming. The tendons of his jaw are torn apart. Hyoid ripped from the force of the lieutenant's hands.
Inside the dead man's mouth?
No scream. No sigh of relief rises from the darkness inside. It's humid there. Sickly sweet air, unlike anything living. You feel like you're about to throw up again, straight in that mouth of his.
Oh, I don't know if we're gonna go forward with that. Write it down.
Hepatobiliary. NA.
Why, don't we have anything?
Are you a hepatobiliary expert?
I don't think so.
Neither am I.
And that's it?
That's it.
Alright.
Same for toxicology and serology. NA.
Both?
Unless you have untapped reservoirs of knowledge there?
The completionist in me wonders if there's something we could still do.
Like a toxicology screening? At this stage, I doubt processing will find anything, even if he was brimming with cocaine. But still, you should add a request.
Alright. A toxicology request.
Cardiovascular. The body exhibits heavy lividity. Blood has gathered in the hands, feet, and neck. Hypostasis is visually consistent with the hanging. Gastrointestinal.
Oh, that sounds disgusting.
This will do.
Digested semi-solid food in stomach. Voila.
Keep the voila. Nah, I feel like we're not gonna be that, like...
What's next on the list?
That word by word. Description of injuries.
Let's
sure.
see. We have bite marks, contusions on the head and chest, and a ligature mark encircling the neck. You'll need 3 feels. Leave a 4th one too.
What about the injuries we have inflicted?
Oh, so we inflicted them?
Okay, I have inflicted.
Okay, so there's a spin-stabilized munition from a Kiel A990 muzzleloader lodged in his lung. I don't think we should mention that. Better not to muddy the waters.
Alright. But isn't that sloppy?
Be pedantic if you like, it doesn't matter. No one else is going to investigate this man's murder. And if they do, such details would only confuse them.
Sure.
See? These pigs are fucking corrupt.
Why don't you fuck him if you love him so much?
Now, injuries.
Bite marks.
Head, chest and scalp bite mark injuries. Predation by birds has caused damage to the body. Odontologist does not need to be consulted.
Right.
And your opinion, officer?
Non-fatal post-mortem, surely.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Next injury? So, the scalp bleeds from a post-mortem head injury, a stone. The injury does not have the rim of an early inflammatory response. The perpetrator on the scene has confessed to causing it post-mortem.
At maximum velocity, fucko!
Has confessed to causing it at maximum velocity.
Coagulated blood sticks to his scalp and chest, where the countless stones have hit the dead man. Beneath the description of injury.
At
2
maximum
boxes.
velocity. Yeah. Kuna would love it if I put fatal injury, but no. Non-fatal post-mortem.
Right.
Yeah.
Next.
Yeah.
A dark red abraded ligature mark encircling the neck, with a gap on the nape measuring, let's say, 7 centimeters. The hyoid bone is fractured, the cervical column intact. I see hemorrhaging on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. Depth of the mark, 1 centimeter. No signs of clawing on the neck.
Below the note, 2 customary boxes wait to be ticked. The man's head jerks to the side. The ring around his neck is visible.
That's it. We have established cause of death. It's not much, and it leaves much to be questioned.
Yeah.
But it's a start.
I feel like a part of me still thinks it could just be like... I feel like we only know bits, and I feel like the bits we do know have been fed to us. We haven't been there to witness it. Seems like a fairly cut and dry case, man was saying. Yeah, so I was hesitating there because I think we're going to have to work with the facts that we've got, which is that seems to be the case, right? Part of me still thinks it could be a message, and that they were killed at a different time. I still think a lot of this crime scene is fully framed as it is. So it wouldn't surprise me if it was just a message. I know I'm being very, like, outlandish with, like, thinking nothing we've been fed is, like, actually the case, but I don't know. At the moment, to put it in perspective, the only 2 people I trust in, like, Revachol is Kim, who also hasn't been here to witness it, and Kuno, who's been pelting rocks at a corpse for a week. So that sort
Let's wrap this up. I pronounce this field autopsy over.
That sort of says it all, really. First, how did it go?
Well, we established probable cause of death.
Yeah.
Some would say that's the goal of an autopsy.
But it's probable. It's not finite, but it's still decent.
We also requested a toxicological screening. That was thorough. The results should arrive in a couple of weeks, if we are lucky. I will not hold my breath.
What else?
We were thorough with the list of injuries too. We described them all in detail. What is there to say? Given the circumstances, it was a professional field autopsy.
Alright, what now?
I need a copy of that autopsy form. Then I will drive him to Faubourg.
Alright, rip out a copy of the autopsy pages.
For processing.
Alright.
He's thinking, did I miss something? You tilt your head, also looking at the corpse. I'm sure we didn't get everything. There's always something.
Oh god.
Shoot, Looney Rooney. Come back later, Corporal. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features.
Do I just want to...
If possible, also, see me in your dreams.
Got any perception clothes? I'm thinking that might be a good idea. Anything for perception. Perception. Suggestion. Nope, nothing for perception. I do have a level up though. No, I think it was KY that was saying it earlier in the game, but not a lot of people use these down here, or at least not like straight away. But who knows? I wouldn't use it straight away. Yeah, I think I'm gonna wait it out anyway. I always feel a bit uneasy about just being gung ho about instantly picking something, but yeah, I don't know. I'm happy to keep going with that for now. Oh, I see what you mean. Right. Yeah, it's a good shout. Alright, let's try the 3% chance. Let's do it.
The man is decomposing. The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Alright, 3%.
You run your hands over the victim's cold body, his limbs, his torso with its swollen organs. Maybe you should be more thorough.
Well,
he pulled down his breeches. Marbling is present around the crotch. The penis has shrunk, crawling halfway back inside him. There is nothing mysterious or noteworthy here.
Yeah, I can already... I'm waiting for Kuno.
Can't get enough of that dick.
Do you think we missed something?
You can't shake the feeling that there are more secrets concealed in the flesh before you.
Got a gut feeling that there's more to this corpse.
Okay, well, we are in livor mortis here. He is disintegrating. We need to refrigerate the body if we want to conduct another examination, and we need to do it fast.
Okay, where do we find a fridge for the body?
Hey, wasn't there a giant ice bear sarcophagus below that building?
Why, yes, there was.
Now, detective, I've rarely been disappointed by the size of a giant ice bear fridge, but I think we should still take a look at it first. Make sure it's big enough before we carry him over. Let's move. With every hour, whatever we are looking for in the deceased will become harder to find.
Okay. I don't know if I will actually make that check. I'm kind of like... As in, like, I don't know if I'm going to use that skill point. I don't know. I'm very conflicted about what to spec into at this point. It's your call, yeah. I feel happy with everything we're currently spec'd into. I feel like perception in general is going to be a very good for picking up on details, though. I mean, all of these are good, but like, we have gloves that deal with interfacing and a few other things that deal with interfacing. Composure, I think, will be a general one. I'm kind of happy getting perception, I think, because I think it's a stat that we'll just need. It's a bit like physical instrument. I feel like it's just something that we will generally need quite a lot of as the game goes on, especially in like a detective setting. It makes sense to have perception, I think. If D&D taught me anything, perception's a pretty good one to go for. Yeah, for sure, right? For sure. I think I'm gonna go with it. Alright. Perception. Let's do it. Alright.
The man is decomposing visibly now. The lieutenant adjusts
Let's see
his
if we can
glasses and
do
takes
this
a deep
again then.
breath.
It's still 8%. It's still pretty low. But we might as well give it a go.
You really ought to wait until the cadaver is refrigerated. Digging around in this mess now.
Yeah, fine. Fine. That's true. I do like that mentality. That's pretty good. You know, do you have anything to say? No, I think it's a good philosophy.
Kuno care?
You what, Kuno? It's a good philosophy to have, I think.
Kuno doesn't.
It doesn't, like, make it feel quite as defeatist, you know what I mean? Alright, we're gonna... It's just in here, right? Can we just go in this way? We can, perfect. Alright, ice bear. We turned it off, right?
The bear's eyes are dead and empty. Ice inside the fridge, slowly melting. The power has been cut off.
Oh, for sure, red checks seem like, you know, the shit. But at the same time, it is the gamble. So, what do you think of this fridge, Kim? Big enough for 2 corpses?
It's certainly an eccentric choice, but it's more than big enough and cold enough. Honestly, it's perfect. All we have to do is plug the fridge back in.
Alright. Let's plug the fridge back in. Do as the man says. Is it over here? Yeah.
Only the black cable is a giant electric...
Great. The owners of this building will just have to keep paying for the electricity sucked up by this monstrosity a little longer. Let's return to the fridge.
Alright. Just gonna double check.
The bear's eyes are still glowing red, watching over all the ice cream wrappers hidden inside its belly.
Alright, the fridge is plugged in now. Will you help me with the body, Kim?
Of course. I'll take the head, you take the feet. It's not going to be the easiest thing in the world, but we'll manage.
Alright.
The body is heavier than you expected, and stinkier. It takes half an hour to get it down to the basement. Then 10 more minutes to stuff it into the fridge.
That's loud.
The lieutenant takes a step back to admire your handiwork.
Beautiful. A dead body in a nice bare fridge. This is some of the best police work I've ever done.
I love Giv, he's great. Really? You think it's good work?
No, not really. Look at that. What have we done? We stuffed a dead body in a nice bare fridge. This story does not leave this room.
I agree.
He means it. He doesn't want to be the ice bear cop.
We did our best with the means at our disposal.
Did we though? Okay, maybe we did. At least we've stopped the body from decomposing further. Now you can conduct another inspection. under controlled circumstances.
Inside the icy realm of the ice bear fridge, the corpse stands slumped, waiting.
Shoot, Looney Rooney.
How do you like it in the fridge?
I like it a lot, brother. This really is your finest hour. You're a genius. A regular Corporangelo.
Corporangelo. Alright.
Come back later, Corpo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible, also, see me in your dreams.
Coppadello from Coppadonia, that's it. I mean, our odds are still pretty low, but again, with the logic we just insinuated, we can come back anytime.
You touch the dead man's body.
We took a
His
moral
skin is cold,
from
light
it.
blue and
Okay.
silvery in the light of the fridge. You still have no idea where to begin, or what to even do with him.
It'll come to you sooner or later. At least he's safe here until then.
Alright. Gonna stay in the ice bear for now, my dude. We're fairly close to a level up, I think. Relatively close. I think we're gonna rest up though. I'm not sure what we do next. It's very late and I kind of want Kim to actually get some sleep, so... Can we get anything from here while we're...
Can I help you? Got the 20 round. Then why?
Oh, we still don't have it.
You see a heavy steel door. The door doesn't. The cobalt blue surf. Old cobalt paint.
Nah, still can't get in. Already got stuff to pawn. Yeah, I'm thinking that might be a good idea. Have a look. It's more like, so some things, for example, that's 50. The postcards, I don't know, like, for example, this the green 8 pen came in useful for a check, I thought, or it came into some dialogue that I didn't think it would. That's why I'm a little bit resilient to instantly be selling things off. Like it feels like a lot of it leads into other dialogue, but maybe that's just me trying to be like, for context, in most games I play I'm a bit of a hoarder, and I feel like in this game I'm gonna have to actually be scrambling to like not be sleeping in the cold. So
it's not often that I see officers from the RCM in my pawn shop.
Too bad you're poor as fuck,
What can
innit?
I do for you?
His courtesy is not insincere.
Did I not talk to this dude?
He prefers being alone with his projector, just watching the movement of light across the walls of the shop.
Sorry, I feel like I'm interrupting you. Might have lost your progress, maybe.
Oh no, not at all. I guess I haven't had many customers lately. RCM or otherwise.
Who are your customers usually?
All kinds of people come through here. Locals, travelers, people looking for a deal, people looking for a keepsake. People who are terminally bored. As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from.
Quite the collection indeed.
It keeps me entertained.
The boombox I bought, it should play this tape, right?
Of course. It's in working order still, isn't it? Just pick your tape and set it spinning. It all starts with the tape.
Alright, there's something I'd like to sell.
Let me have a look.
I'd like to sell sell my clothes, excuse me. In my pockets.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
Okay, what is truly tat? Oh, one thing I was gonna ask, are I don't mind this being spoiled. Postcards actually used for anything, or are they purely just bits to pick up and sell? Or will they have a use if I keep holding on to them? Because I feel like having multiple postcards is definitely gonna be telling. Especially if they have like certain years on them. They used it to be sold mostly, okay. I feel like this pen has been used in a few options and dialogue, like I said. Lieutenant's handkerchief. I feel like we kind of want to hold on to that. How are we doing money-wise? Shot put. Do we want to be selling a shot put? I mean, that will give us a bunch of money. In fact, both of those would give us a bunch of money. Have you talked to Rene? Not since we got the shot put, but we have talked to him about the photo. And Gaston. Yeah, we talked to them about the picture, so I assume that's probably alright to sell now. But at the same time, it's not mine to sell. Did you throw their ball into the ocean? I didn't know. I didn't throw their ball into the ocean. I just did a very meh shot put. Not shot put, it was a ball. You earned 13 real by not being Harry. Excellent. We love to hear it. Perfect. Okay, perfect, perfect. The gun I feel like I might just sell. Like, it's broken. It's probably going to cost more to fix than it is to actually benefit from. So I'm kind of in that mindset, I don't know. I think I'm going to sell the picture. I think we showed him the picture. We need that though. They're gonna keep a hold of the lieutenant's handkerchief. Right, we now have 42 real. I have a fascinating photo of a corpse. Money, 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 exactly. It's also 1 in the morning, by the way. It must be funny. In a rich man's world, except it's Everard singing it. Hello, Harry. Money, money, money. Must be funny.
Oh, no. I don't like those kinds of objects. No sale.
Do you know what the tattoos mean?
Aphotic paths, counter-radiance networks, anti-magnetism. It's darkness. That's all I know. Sell me something lighter.
You have absolutely no idea what aphotic paths are, but the tattoos on the man are not that.
I don't think you have to sell. Okay, we don't have
Another
anything else
time,
to sell.
perhaps.
I guess we should ask all of these questions and then head to bed. I think that'd be a good way to wrap up. I think I told you this once, but you're pretty good at impressions. Thank you. I appreciate that. There are certain ones I can do. I will also attempt ones I physically cannot do. But yeah, the Everett one, that's a comfortable one for me. I feel like I can do that. It's just a slightly more out there Moss from the IT crowd mixed with David Mitchell. That's kind of what I'm going for with Everett. Yeah, I feel like we should do some questioning and then we'll head off. I don't feel like I'm gonna be able to do. Actually, I think we do have something that can change our stats, so we'll do that in a sec. Do you know anything about the traffic menace on the loose?
Traffic? I'm sorry, officer, but I don't drive.
Wait, why don't you drive? No, that's not so. But didn't you hear when the traffic menace drove over your roof?
Now
Yeah.
that I think about it, I do remember hearing a thunderous noise the other night. Some kind of powerful electric vortex hitting the shop, and then moving on.
That sure narrows down our list of suspects.
I think we're gonna keep playing into the Jacob I or that one. Okay, I think we're gonna keep playing that into that being our theory.
Jacob Ove, the great tip-top champion.
Yes, him. Yes.
Do you think it may have been Jacob Irv who drove over your roof?
It's a logical explanation.
See?
I felt within that thunderous crash a soul plunged into chaos.
See, Kim, it's not that crazy. Roy's on board. You might be able to aid our investigation.
I doubt it, but I can try and answer any questions you may have.
Know anything about the recent hanging?
I do my best to keep my distance from all manner of butchery. Bad for business. Bad for everyone.
He doesn't know anything.
Fair. Actually, that's all I've got.
The pawnbroker's gaze is already fixed on the dancing colours.
By the way, do you happen to have any guns? Like, ones carried by officers of the citizens' militia?
Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question.
Oh.
I promptly sold her the gun you pawned a couple days
back.
back.
Shit.
This is a pawn shop, and it did feel as if you've met before. Oh God. The lieutenant shifts from one foot to another, alert.
Wait, I sold you my gun.
You were adamant about getting rid of it, officer. Said you were undeserving of a service weapon of the Revachol Citizens Militia. And I don't like keeping guns around the shop for long. Off the charts photon emissions. The unhealthy kind.
This guy's got Dan Aykroyd personality. He's just like, yeah, everything's gonna send off bad vibes and the aliens are gonna get me. I'm getting that vibe from Roy.
He's not telling you the whole story. It seems he's trying to spare you.
Alright. I feel like there's something you're not telling me. I feel like we should pry a little bit as it's about a gun.
You weren't quiet yourself, officer.
Oh God, okay, yeah, that's to be expected. I feel like we're pretty much always inebriated to some extent. What was I like?
You were very distraught. You said the gun was a threat to your life and that you can't trust yourself with it tonight. And that you need the money. When I said that I don't normally buy firearms, you put the gun barrel in your mouth and sort of sucked on it. Then I agreed to take it.
Oh God, okay.
Very normal behavior. You must have been in great shape.
Thanks, composure. I'm so sorry you had to see me in that state. We don't have to talk about it any further.
No apologies necessary, officer.
Was the buyer a policeman too?
She didn't seem like a policeman, although she kept referring to herself as a pig, which was odd. I found her interest in the gun a bit obsessive, but truth be told, she was terrifying.
Right, so let me get this right. You sold your sidearm, issued by the Citizens Militia, and now a civilian is running around the streets of Martinez with it?
Does that mean someone's got our badge as well?
Miraculously, his face does not reveal what's happening inside.
I don't like it either. What if she intends to commit a crime and blame it on the citizens' militia?
You're right that she could cast aspersions on the force. We have to find her.
Okay. Any idea where I can find this buyer?
My apologies, officer, but I have no idea where she was coming from or where she went.
A needle in a haystack. There is nothing you can do about it right now. You'll just have to hope Everard wasn't lying, and the Union can track her down in time.
Have people from Everard Clare's Union come here to track that gun?
Maybe. Shady-looking guys came in here yesterday, looking like they'd just taken off their Wild Pines overalls. They asked if I have a police weapon to sell. I told them I already sold it. They went their way. It was a trip, but you know, all sorts of people come here, asking for all sorts of things.
Maybe Claire really is tracking down your gun.
People as oleaginous as Everard seem like they're lying, even when they're really being truthful.
At least now I know how I lost my sidearm. Let's talk about something else.
Of course.
Right. I think that's...
Hey, so we've been monitoring you internally, and now we know your Copo type.
Wait, there's a Copo type? Sorry, there are Copo types?
Yes. Guess what's yours?
Cool cop.
No, you're the sorry cop. The cop who's sorriest. Let's make it official then, shall we? Huge lack of enthusiasm going on in here.
Won't the other copper types be jealous?
What? Jealous of the sorry cop? I think they'll be fine. Don't worry. They'll be super fine. It'll be totally okay. You can dual Copo type from sorry to anything.
You know what? I'm actually not sorry. I changed my mind.
No, you don't. Come on. You'll be back to saying sorry in 2 minutes. Stop wasting time and begin the repentance.
Oh god, okay, I feel like we're gonna fold a bit.
Of course you are. It's okay. See if you can get something out of this, like info. Or maybe every time you say you're sorry, you get $1 million.
Oh look, it's me, the rigorous self-critique.
That won't happen.
Perfect, alright. Well, we've got a new one. Perfect, and then we got a few other things on the map as well. Alright. What was I gonna do? I was also gonna try and change... What was it we needed? Was it shivers? I don't think it was. I think it was electrochemistry. Let's go with that for now.
Greetings on this fine night. The pawn shop is always open.
Roy doesn't really sleep. White check. Electrochemistry. We've got a stat boost in it. Let's do it.
Feeling
Hey.
bored and enthralled by the movement of light, while the mind continues to race forward? Lucky bastard. He's probably on Pyrrolidon. It's tough to come by on the street. A drug developed by the military to treat and prevent radiation sickness. It has psychedelic side effects, and it makes your eyes turn yellow.
Sir, could you take off your sunglasses? I'd like to check your eyes.
Why on earth? These are prescription. I can't really see without them.
There's a note of indignation in his voice. Those triangle patches on his vest, you have a feeling they mean something, like they're similar to the halogen rectangle on your jacket.
Say, what's with the triangles on your vest?
I was with the Emergency Relief Brigade. You know, after the People's Pile disaster. Had to take Pyrrolidon for radiation sickness. That's what you were hinting at just now, wasn't it?
He's taken for mental and emotional, not physical pain these days.
Thank you for telling me. I don't feel like I want to pry too much here. Or at least we should go into it a bit sympathetic, maybe. It must have been tough, radioactive cleanup.
There's a reason why everyone's tried to forget any of it ever happened, and why no one has tried to repair or replace the pile. So much disappointment, and early deaths. Cancer mostly. And we knew all that was coming even as we were cleaning up as best we could.
Whose fault was it the generator failed?
No one's. Everyone's.
So much bitterness.
A bunch of poor people built themselves a primitive nuclear reactor, hoping for the best. What do you think is going to happen?
Fair enough. How did you end up running a pawn shop?
The cleanup happened 15 years ago. I was young then. Later, my second aunt died. Left me this shack and all the assorted junk in it. So I came to Martinez. People told me don't go there. It's a shithole. I said, people, we just had a nuclear pile meltdown. I'm gonna get as far away from Forburg as I can. Still in the same city, but...
Fair enough. Thank you for telling me.
I like the theory more than the story. Outward movement, not vortices.
Yeah, you gotta get in on those vortices, my man.
Alright. I think that's all we're gonna get out of our boy Roy for the time being, so thank you, Roy. Back on with the gardening gloves. Everything else is all good, I think. Yeah. Alright. Well. Let's go get our room at last. But I don't know, I think we've had a pretty good rundown of everything. Feel pretty content with where we're at now. We've actually dealt with the body. We have it in a secure location that we know.
Can I help you? Got the 20 real? Good. You got the room for the night, but remember, you'll need another 20 real tomorrow.
Yeah. Alright. And we got another skill point. Well, I don't think I'm going to apply that right now. I'm going to add that tomorrow. Oh, sorry, when we... I guess technically tomorrow, which will be day 3. But yeah. Alright, let's do, let's wrap it up. Alright, see you in the morning, Kim. There goes my hero. Watch him as he goes. But our bed is, like, still pretty bad. Can we do a mirror check? Been a bit.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall.
Okay. Let it be for now. Alright.
The bed is still cold from the broken window, and not too inviting. But it's yours. You've earned it.
Sleepy time. Alright. See what happens in
The
sleepy
bed is
time.
still cold from the wind blowing in from the broken window. The mattress creaks as you close your eyes and try your hardest to fall asleep.
Alright.
Here we are again, my broken bud. The waves are coming, carrying you away. But you can't go. No, you have to stay. Always half aware of yourself. You're not cooperating, brother man.
Why?
It's your disgusting body. Even through your sleep, you feel a vague discomfort suffusing it. Your belly and your sides are unpleasantly tender. You wish you could curl up into a fetal ball of safety. But you cannot, because of the pain.
That pain in your right side is your enlarged liver, by the way. As for your kidneys, you've really been compounding the damage lately. Every cell in your body is moaning in agony, asking, what did we ever do to you?
So I'm sorry, cells. It's all me. It's my fault.
Now, you're finally thinking about something other than yourself. Let's see how far that'll get you.
I'll endure this pain with dignity.
There's no dignity here. Only reflections of your body mass. Flashes of the day. You keep coming back to yourself in the mirror. But why? To admire all your accomplishments?
Sorry, Cop apologizing to himself. True.
You're just stuck here. In the half-world. Could try looking at other people. Really looking. But why would you want to start doing that?
I will. I'm looking at people all the time. I like them.
Sure you do. They're all so friendly, aren't they?
At least they're interesting. Each one has a process just like yours, running in the space between their ears, full of secrets.
Honestly, sorry, Cop isn't unreasonable. Past Harry already did some damage. Yeah. Wow. But yeah, I don't know. Sorry, Cop. I think that could be an interesting route, honestly, but we'll wait and see.
Beautiful, statuesque, parodies and tragedies of themselves. A great democracy of creatures.
What do you think you're doing right now? Coming to some greater awareness? Look at all these lights, blinking in and out of existence. Thoughts! You're just pretending that you're asleep, even to yourself, while the world goes on without you.
Let it. Let it.
But it never seems to let you go, does it? Time to rise and wipe that shining sweat off as best you can. Gather your bearings. Rock and roll.
Alright. We will. Oh god, game. Did he see that? Oh. Let it go. Alright, we're gonna, before we wrap up, we're gonna try the mirror thing one more time.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. It's barely covered in steam anymore. It's your face in the mirror.
Oh, sorry, yeah, I keep forgetting. I thought it's like each day it refreshes. That's not how this works. I don't know why I thought that was the case. Ignore me. Alright, well, I think we're going to end it here before we get too much further into day 3. Well, I guess any way into day 3 at all. I feel like we made some good progress. We finally did an actual autopsy. Like, literally into the early hours of day 3. What else did we do? We sold some things. We found a place to put the body. We ended up having Measurehead help us, which means that we ultimately look like we're working with the Union, which isn't great. But to be honest, I'm kind of indifferent at the moment on which way I want to go. So it's more I just don't want to be too partial to one side or the other yet. No Peruni, Copperuni. And then we also found out our gun was sold by us at the pawn shop. And somebody came in claiming they were a cop or a pig. I think Kuno and the Kunest is a little bit of like they stacked on top of each other. Who else do we know that's called us Pig? I don't think Elizabeth's called us Pig, has she? The only people I can think of is Kuno and Kunes, so I don't know. Just a prank bro? Yeah. I'm thinking that. Anyway, thank you for watching. Justkill, thank you for hanging around. Thank you, British. Thank you, Jess. Thank you, Ali. Thank you, anybody else that stopped by and lurked. British, thank you so much for the sub as well. I appreciate you. And yeah, I will be back with Disco again next Monday. I'm aware the Disco streams are very separated out, but we're playing spooky games throughout the week, so that's the main reason for that. We'll be playing Resident Evil 4 tomorrow and Thursday, and then we'll be doing Costume Quest, which is a Halloween affiliated RPG, on Wednesday. So I will see you for those. If not, I will see you for more Disco Elysium next Monday. Take it easy. Have a good evening. Bye bye.